emergency. Max has got something which is called choke, and it means that the food's gone down the wrong way. As we all know, that's the most horrible feeling for him. As you can see, it's coming out of his nose. I've washed him out, I've put the hose in his mouth and tried to alleviate it. I've massaged his throat. Now what we're going to do is squirt some oil straight down and hopefully just liberate it a bit. But I'm going to take him for a walk and keep him moving, and then we'll keep syringing oil down and hopefully we'll be able to help it. But it's that horrible feeling when you've got something stuck there, and there's nothing we can do apart from obviously try and keep him as comfortable as possible and administer the oil. So he's just had the first bout of oil, and hopefully it'll just help alleviate things. But here you can see there's a lump, and I've tried to move it with my hand, and it's being a little bit stubborn. So just going to let him settle in, and I'm going to just gently massage his throat. You can feel it's very tight here. Good boy.
He's definitely happier than he was.
It's there, look. I can feel it there. There's a big lump.
So horses can't be sick. So that's one of the biggest problems. So when you have colic, horses can't be sick. So there's only one way that's going to come out. And obviously, as you can see, it's coming out through his nose as well. So as our throats and our noses are joined, with a horse it can come out through their nose, but there's only so much that can. So what Nick's doing now is just trying to break down whatever's in his throat, whatever he's obviously been overindulging the grass.
And he has the porridge as well. They all have the sloppy food, and he's, you know, Jenny's very particular and quite rightly so that in their feed they have their feed wet, because as we said before, it helps with the elderly horses where they struggle to break down the food. So it's just one of those things. He might have had a ball of something. He's been out free ranging with the others, and he's come in. So yeah, hopefully we'll just keep working him, and we'll take him for a little walk. And he's still got it, it's still here. He's just, but then of course it's like everything, the muscle goes into spasm because there's an obstruction. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. For that. I don't want him to get cold.
No.
Good boy. Oh, you silly sausage. That's better. You're perfect. So it's not exacting science, it's just vegetable oil or sunflower oil, just to try and help break it up and move it, help things slide along. But as I said before, it's just like having that awkward bit of food when you just can't get it out. And of course with horses, as we said, they can't vomit, so it's just that he gets stuck and it's uncomfortable. So we just need to keep with him, keep him calm, let him know we're here, and just, he's starting to swallow and he's starting to make movement, which wasn't happening before. So just need to keep him as comfortable as possible. As I say, just stay with him. He's burping a bit now, so it's all kind of coming out, but it's just that horrible, you know, when you kind of, it goes down the wrong way, I think is the expression. So yeah, whatever it is has gone down the wrong way, but we'll stay with him and we'll keep him as calm and we'll keep you updated. But as another normal day, just doing whatever it is that we do, and it's kind of goes with the territory that we have these moments with all of them, and it's part of the care home, the whole package. The legacy of the legends is that, yeah, we're here with them and we try and make them as comfortable as possible, and yeah, along the way alleviate, if we can, any suffering, and try and keep them where we need them to be. So bit touch and go, but we'll keep you posted.
So as with the moons, the unexpected emergency that we tend to have when we're just not ready for it. Yeah, dear old Max has had choke, which is something that is some horses are just prone to it, but older horses are more prone to it. One, because their teeth, some have really dodgy teeth. For example, Max is missing a few, so there's a chance that when he was eating, something passed and it just sort of, a lump went down rather than it getting masticated like it should, which is broken down properly for him to swallow properly. So a lump has gone down somehow, and it's sort of, like Nick explained, it's a bit like going down the wrong hole. It's got stuck. And because Max can't be sick, all he can do is sort of burp, he can belch, and he can keep swallowing. So it's got to go somewhere. So Nick's giving him 2 squirts of oil to try and help. That's a thing that we do ourselves. It's not something that's recommended necessarily, but we found it's helped in the past, especially with the older horses. And he does appear to be a lot calmer. He's extremely hot. He's got himself in a right sweat here. So I'm going to change his rug in a second because there's a real chill in the air. And what we don't want him to do is to get cold now. So, which is one of the reasons why we clip them. So he's clipped so his coat is shorter, and because he has the Cushing's disease, that's the reason why we do it. But what it does is it helps, so now he's soaking wet and the weather is cold, the coat will dry a lot quicker. So I'm going to put a special rug on him called a wick-away rug, which will dry him off nice and quickly, and we're going to keep an eye on him. And it might be a night vigil this evening, I think, because yeah, he's a little bit poorly. He's definitely not out of the woods, but he's much calmer than he was. The vet is on call. They are ready if we need them. We've got sedation here, so we will sedate him if we need to calm him down if he does start to stress. But as it's looking, as you can see at the moment, he's a lot calmer than he was. His breathing has gone right back down to normal. So these are all really positive signs for Max, but it's just part of a day in the life working with these very old horses. And yeah, you know, you do deal with things that, you know, not you probably wouldn't deal with every day on a normal young working horse yard. You know, we do have horses that require a lot of attention, and Max is tonight, just as we were putting them to bed, minding our own business, decided to get choke, keeping us all on our toes. So what we'll do is we're going to keep you updated, and yeah, so keep an eye on the community. I will pop it in there for you to see, and hopefully he will be okay, and I'm sure he will. But as we all know, they are all very old, so there is always that risk, but he's got in the best possible place.
And the only downside is, look, his ears are pricking up now. The downside is that Max loves his food, and what he's going to have to do tonight, unfortunately, is have a liquid diet of just water with a few electrolytes. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit hard, but you got to be cruel to be kind.
Nil by mouth tonight.
let's put him into his bed, and we'll give you a little update from in there.
He's definitely more himself now, I think. Yeah, he's pushing us around.
He's looking for his dinner.
He is, and that hard bit's going right down. So hopefully, touch wood, we're okay. Oh, Maximus, you're a bit hot. Wouldn't you be if you just choked, eh? Yep, so it's no different to us. If you choke, it's not a very nice feeling. You panic, you worry, it's horrible. You can't do anything about it, and that's exactly what Max has just gone through. So he's in a bit of shock, and he's not feeling very well, but he's definitely looking a little bit more perky.
And the waffle rug that you're putting on now is to dry him off.
Yeah, so this is a really special rug. They're really clever. So you can't see in the video, but he's soaking wet, like he's just been washed from sweat. And what this rug will do is it will keep him warm, but it's really clever. It sort of pulls the wet out, and we'll try and show you later. On the top of the rug will be all the condensation and all the water, but underneath will be dry. So he will have dried and kept warm, but the water will have been removed. Or the sweat will have been removed. So it's a really clever rug, and it's one of those things that I couldn't be without. I've got quite a few of them, because especially with the older horses, in a situation like this, they're very handy. Good boy. Yeah, he's looking for food now. I think he's finished it. Oh.
What happened?
Oh my goodness me. You fight to live another day, Maximus. God, that was awful.
That's it, and, like,
honestly, you have no idea that that's going to come, and when you see it, you realise just how vulnerable they actually are. Because without us going, okay, that's not okay. I mean, what he'd have done in the field. I mean, I'm sure they do naturally pass it, but it was just horrible.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. Life is fragile, and it's one of those things where here we're surrounded by it daily, but also massively helped from the love and support of everyone that follows us and understands us. And for many years that wasn't the case. So yeah, it's looking good, and the future's bright, Max. Apart from not having your dinner.
Oh, dear me.
All right. Well, it's going to have to be nightly checks. So.
Yeah, it will.
We'll reschedule our evening.
And I apologise that the editing this evening and the filming has not been quite what it usually is. It's
no, because
I'm emergency.
Because I'm filming.
Emergency filming. So yeah, oh, good boy. Oh, he's a lot happier.
Good.
I'm going to take his temperature and just check. And yeah, I think we can breathe a bit of a sigh of relief.
He's just got to listen to everyone else eating their dinner, but that's okay.
Oh.
You're going to enjoy your breakfast. Is going to feel a whole lot better, right?
Here he is. It is later in the evening now, and as you can see, he is feeling much, much better. So I think we can safely say, I'm still going to touch the wood. Oh, we're out
look. He's got a bit of attitude with his best buddy in the whole world, Epilan, who has now obviously been eating, and Max hasn't. So that's the problem, but that's a good problem to have.
Yeah, it is. So, but what I've decided is I've checked him all over. He seems okay, everything seems okay, apart from a little bit of a bruised esophagus, I think you call it. Is it esophagus?
Ego.
A bruised ego. I think that could be the one.
But his ego's back now.
Yeah, he's feeling much more like Max. So I am going to give him some of his green nuts, which is his porridge, because what I don't want to do is in the morning him be really hungry and scoff, and we end up going through the same thing again. So he's going to have some very, very wet green nuts, so he can't scoff them down and he has to swallow them properly. Just a little bit to, just to calm him down, because he's not very happy, as you can see, because everyone else is eating and he is not. So we are now going to go in and have our own dinner, and then come out and keep checking him during the night. It is very, very chilly, so I'm going to take this rug off. I don't know if you could see, I did put in the video pictures of the actual water. You can quite clearly see it on top of the rug here. You can see it on my hand, maybe that might be a better way to show it. Here, so this is water on top of the rug, but he is dry underneath, which is really good. So this will be changed now to a nice dry rug, and hopefully
for his night rug.
And hopefully that is that. But we will see. You never know in this place. Anyway, I'm going in because I'm
You're
freezing.
always on call, but yeah.
Right. See you soon.
Stay magical.